Oh boy. I gave Rebel Moon a 70 out of 100, and today I'm going to tell you why. I just want to say off the top, this is clearly a stunt by Netflix to try to recapture the hype of the release the Snyder Cut movement. That's clearly what this is, because there is a director's cut that exists. Zack Snyder's already talked about it, and it's clear that this movie was like a kind of offshoot, poorly cut, very bare bones movie to want people to then want to have a director's cut, which is already going to come out eventually in the future. I digress. Hollow characters, no emotional writing, very forgettable characters, not a lot of world building. The world building is interesting enough to keep you involved, but really not much at all. Sofia Boutella really gives the only good performance here. Anthony Hopkins does as well, but his is a voice acting performance. Snyder wanted to do Star Wars his own way. I respect that. There is a lot of Star Wars in here. You can really feel that. It's a very interesting world. I think it's very rich and dense, but we didn't get any of that here. The writing here is not good. It is a very run-of-the-mill kind of team-up video game where you run to a world, get a character, run to the next world, get a character, run to the next world, get a character, and then you fight the big bad at the end. We don't learn anything about these characters to want to care about them. The only character we care about is Sofia Boutella's character. That's literally it. There's too much slow-mo. Too much slow-mo. I know it's Zack Snyder's flair, and it works a little bit. But when you're doing slow-mo for, dropping seeds, I don't know if that's really necessary. Look, it sounds like I'm ragging on this movie, and there are things that I liked about it. Like I said, Sofia Boutella's performance is good. I like Anthony Hopkins' voice acting performance as well. I think he's good. This is a very rich and dense world, which I would love to explore more of, but we didn't get that here. And this, again, clearly seems like a stunt from Netflix to garner hype to release Snyder's cut of this movie, even though it already exists, and I'm sure Netflix would have loved to put it out to start with. I've got a tip for Netflix and Zack Snyder and all the Zack Snyder fans. Just put out the director's cut to start, because I will bet you that cut is so much better. So watch this. I think like watch this if you want to, if you're intrigued. I think it's an interesting watch. It's highly predictable. The cliffhanger is the most predictable thing in the history of the world. But there's a very interesting world to be had here. It just wasn't that good. Oh boy. So, thank you for watching my review of Rebel Moon Part 1. I know it felt like I ragged on this movie a lot. And I honestly probably should do a video for my main channel on this. I'm not going to, but I probably should. This was clearly and like I said at the beginning, this was clearly a stunt. Snyder's talked about having his own director's cut already. He's talked about it. He's talked about how it's way longer, bloodier, gorier, all of that stuff, and it's rated R. But then Netflix decided to put out this watered-down PG-13 haphazardly cut movie that definitely had more structure to it, but that structure was cut, and it was cut heavily. My tip to Netflix. If a movie's good, people are going to watch it. You don't need to garner up hype for a director's cut. And I get it. Everyone's going to watch Rebel Moon, and then they're going to release the director's cut, and everyone's going to watch the director's cut. I get how it works. But just put out the director's cut to start. Because then we don't have to watch a very haphazardly put together movie like this one. Yeah, that's all. That's it. I think I'm gonna make a video about this from my main channel, because this is kind of angers me. But that's pretty much it. I want to thank you all so much for watching. It really does mean the absolute world. More reviews coming out. Going to see Ferrari on Christmas Day. I'll have a review for that. I'm hoping to see The Color Purple coming up in the next week as well. Hoping to see Aquaman in the next week. Wonka as well. Reviews coming for all of those. So make sure you don't miss out. So subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my main channel. I've got videos coming out on The Iron Claw. I've got my end of year list coming out. A lot of great stuff coming out on the main channel. I may do a longer video about Rebel Moon on the main channel as well. I'm thinking about it now. I think that might be a pretty good idea. So yeah, subscribe to my main channel. Follow me on Instagram. End of year's coming. Watching a lot of movies, playing catch up. So go follow me on Instagram. I appreciate you all so much. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas. I hope you have a great holiday season and a great new year. Thank you all so much for the support this year. It's been absolutely fantastic. I really do appreciate it. But that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next video.